heard Turkey Ali Sheikh say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight, and then we'll see.
How is Crawford, his composure, going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
the weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No.
I think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know. so I don't know. That would really happen, or I mean, listen, we've seen some strange things in boxing. Don't get me wrong, especially in the recent years. So I don't say never, but I don't know how seriously that's going to be taken. But I think when you're at a level, when you're coming off a big win like Crawford just did, anything you say reverberates through
The debate between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford sparks fierce opinions, with many favoring Canelo's clear advantage. As a 4-division world champion and the undisputed king of super middleweight, Canelo brings a powerful blend of experience, power, and elite competition. His explosive punching, relentless pressure, and superior experience in higher weight classes could overwhelm Crawford. While Crawford has dominated at welterweight, stepping up to 168 lbs to face a physically imposing and seasoned fighter like Canelo poses significant challenges. Canelo's combination of power and experience in larger divisions might prove too much for Crawford, making him the favorite in this potential match.
Not official, but it may be a done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford. Against Madridov, people are going to say, oh, he had some hiccups. Who don't have hiccups? When you eat something that's a little difficult to eat, and Madrimov was a little difficult to eat, he's not easy to digest. He's a good fighter. When you eat something that's a little tough to digest, you get hiccups, right? So come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is, but who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight, then he unified the junior, then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter.
The highly anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is set for September 2025 during Mexican Independence Day weekend. Canelo will defend his WBC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight titles against Crawford, who makes a bold move up from welterweight to 168 lbs. Known for his versatility and skill, Crawford faces a tough challenge against Canelo, the undisputed champion. This clash is expected to be one of the year's biggest boxing events, with both fighters battling for supremacy in the super middleweight division.
He went on the ring with Teddy Atlas.
What's that mean?
He said you're the most overrated Mexican champion in history. He said that Salvador Sanchez and
boxeador mexicano.
Más popular, pero sin causa.
Fucking crazy, that guy. and you think he knows boxing? Fuck.
Canelo Alvarez's advantages against Terence Crawford extend beyond power. The Mexican superstar has honed his skills against top fighters across multiple weight classes, from Gennady Golovkin to Sergey Kovalev. His adaptability to different styles, combined with a granite chin, makes him a nightmare for any opponent. For Crawford, stepping up in weight to face such an experienced and versatile champion presents a daunting challenge.
When Terence Crawford said that he moved up and won, and Canelo moved up and lost.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won.
I don't think that was a strong point because Canelo Alvarez actually moved up and won. I mean, he moved up a lot of weight classes, but if you want to talk about light heavyweight, he moved up and he beat Cobra. Then he moved up again And he lost to Bivol. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, he moves up to 154. He won 115, 113, but it was just an 11-0 Madrimov who didn't really have much of a resume, right? But yeah, there's a difference, to be real. I mean, Bivol is a Hall of Fame. Okay, this guy, you know, all-time light heavyweight. It's a bit different. Canelo did knock out Kovalev when he did move up. Okay, and Kovalev is a bigger challenge at light heavyweight than Madrimov at 154 for Terence Crawford. Let's just keep it.
Canelo Alvarez's success at super middleweight highlights his dominance at 168 pounds. His physical strength, precision body shots, and ability to cut off the ring make it tough for smaller, faster fighters to execute their game plans. While Crawford's speed and technical brilliance are impressive, the size disparity could be a significant challenge. Fighting at a weight where Canelo is naturally stronger might leave Crawford's punches lacking the impact needed to keep him at bay.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Canelo Alvarez's extensive experience in high-stakes bouts gives him a mental edge. He's accustomed to the pressure of massive pay-per-view events and facing fighters with diverse styles, from slick boxers to heady hitters. While Crawford is undefeated, he's never faced someone with Canelo's combination of skills, power, and ring IQ. Stepping up 2 weight classes to challenge a fighter of Alvarez's caliber could expose vulnerabilities Crawford has never encountered before.
Es esta, fíjate. Pam, 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 pam. Hun, hun, hun. Pam. Pam, pam, pam. Gancho. Pam, pam, hun, hun, hun. Pam. Pam, hun, hun, hun. Digo. Pam, hun, hun, hun. Eso. Pam, hun, hun, hun. Eso. Eso.
While Crawford's dominance at welterweight is unquestionable, his recent dismantling of Errol Spence Jr. solidified his legacy at 147 holds. However, moving up to fight a natural super middleweight like Canelo presents a different kind of challenge. Alvarez has long faced fighters who possessed more power and durability, proving time and time again that he excels in these environments. The gap in experience, size, and strength could be decisive factors in this fight. Canelo's ability to wear down opponents with calculated aggression and devastating bodywork could spell trouble for Crawford, who has never encountered such a physically demanding challenge.
Go crazy with Canelo. Oh, he's too big. He's a good night for Crawford. He's going to bed. All that stuff. Not so fast. Not so fast. Don't forget that the other guy is bringing something to the party too. And he's bringing the things that hopefully I just described to you guys in the best way I can. When it gets closer, we'll get more thorough with it. But right now, I think you know where I'm leaning. And I'll make it even clearer where I'm leaving. So there isn't a lot of suspense. I ain't going against Crawford. Okay? I do think he's that special guy. I think Canelo's special too. But I think Crawford's special in a little bit, even more so. Even more so. He hasn't learned how to lose yet. I think he does have those special ingredients that go beyond the physical genetics, the physical DNA. So that's it. Okay, good. You don't like it? Too bad.
I think that was a fair breakdown. I mean, listen, those ingredients you're touching on with the smaller man are the same ingredients you saw in Usyk. Abilities and ways to find a way to win.
I'd like to know what the weights at in this fight, but has that been figured out yet? Probably not, because that to me is a variable there.
Teddy Atlas reflects on the difficulty Canelo Alvarez may face in trying to drop to 160 Olds, which would be an ideal weight for Terence Crawford. He suggests that Canelo would likely be unwilling to make such a drastic cut, especially at this stage in his career. Instead, Atlas speculates the fight could potentially take place at a catch weight, like 164 Olds, though he believes Canelo would hesitate to agree to those terms, given his dominance at 168 Olds. This issue of weight, Atlas argues, is crucial, as it could impact the fighter's ability to execute their strategies and maximize their strengths. Atlas also points out Crawford's versatility, which could offer him an advantage despite the size disparity.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by Stage Front VIP, being joined here with Teddy Atlas. Teddy, I got to get just right to it. Terence Crawford wanting to move up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez. You as a trainer, what's your insight on that? And I don't know, would you advise a fighter to move up 3 weight classes to fight someone like Canelo?
You got to remember, he's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6, if you add on 3. You know? Yeah, my math is different than yours, being that I've been in this business my whole life. So 6 is a lot. 6 weight classes. That's a lot. 3, you know, he had the skeleton for it. Does he have the skeleton to go up 6? I don't know that he does, but I know he's got this. I know he's got this. I know he's got the character, and I know he's got the mind. I know he has special gifts that very few fighters have.
When analyzing a potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, the most obvious factor is the weight disparity. Canelo has been dominant at 168 Olds, consistently overpowering fighters who are naturally bigger and stronger. Crawford, however, has spent the majority of his career at lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight, while Crawford is undeniably skilled and powerful for his size. Moving up to face a seasoned super middleweight champion like Canelo presents an immense physical disadvantage. This could significantly limit Crawford's ability to execute his usual game plan and compete at his best.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford with nobody else. You got to show me that you can beat him.
World champion Demetrius Andrade believes that while Terence Crawford is an exceptional fighter, Canelo Alvarez's size and experience at higher weight classes give him the edge. Andrade predicts Crawford may struggle with Canelo's power and agility. One of the biggest challenges for Crawford would be moving up 2 weight classes to face Canelo. Crawford's last move up to 154 Olds saw him secure a decision victory over Israel Madrimov. But jumping to super middleweight would mean facing much larger and stronger opponents, presenting a significant hurdle.
Just a few weeks ago, you heard what Terence "Bud" Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just, you know, just like to, you know, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you know, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him test himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the war room can get behind.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, Terence, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. if you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is. But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you never know in boxing. We'll see.
Canelo Alvarez is renowned for his devastating power, particularly at 168 bulbs, having stopped fighters like Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders with crushing body shots and precise power punches. Terence Crawford, who has never fought above 147 olds, may struggle to withstand the damage Canelo delivers. Alvarez's relentless body attack could drain Crawford's energy, effectively neutralizing his speed advantage.